Good afternoon, everyone. It is 12 o'clock, and we are excited to be here with you today. My name is Scott Lurie with The Hard Money Co. We are discussing the Real Estate Investor Toolbox for 2025. I hope you're ready to get your 2025 real estate investment moving. We're going to give everyone 1 to 2 minutes to get ready, and then we will get right back to you. Thanks for being here. We'll talk soon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scott Lurie with The Hard Money Co., and I am so excited to be here with you. It's January 2025. We all have just finished celebrating the holidays. We are all probably wondering what 2025 is going to look like. I have set my goals for 2025, and I hope you have set yours as well. Has everybody set their 2025 goals? By show of hands in the chat, has everyone set their 2025 goals? Let me be a little bit more specific. Has everyone set their 2025 goals as it relates to real estate investing? Yes. Okay. I have as well. Real estate investing is an addictive, high-octane opportunity that we all love. That's why we're all here today. That's what we're working on is our toolbox for 2025. When I started in real estate, in 2003, I had 0 pieces of real estate. I didn't even really understand real estate, but I knew that it was my gateway to creating personal wealth, generational wealth, and cash flow. Those are my 3 goals. Does everyone have any of those goals in mind today? Personal wealth creation, generational wealth creation, cash flow. So a little bit about The Hard Money Co. It's a business I started to help fund real estate investors. We fund your rentals, repairs, dreams, deals, and flips. We are a finance company, but today I'm here to share with you a little bit about my story and then our free webinar series, which we're going to get into today. I'm always so excited to be here. I've got a tremendous passion for real estate. I see what's going on with all of these coaches and all the salesmanship and all the crap that's out there helping you spend a lot of money but not getting you to the finish line. And how many people are invested in a mentor or coach program? By show of hands in the chat. Anybody got a mentor? Anyone's paying somebody something to help them get to where they want to be in real estate? So a lot of people that are doing that are going through that because they have insecurities, they have questions, they have concerns, they have concepts. My goal here is to share with you what I had. In August of 2003, I had 0. I knew nothing. I didn't know anything. I just had an unbelievable drive to be successful. I wanted to do everything. I had 0 assets, 100% hustle. I knew that I was going to work harder than everybody else in the room to be able to kick everyone's butt to do what I wanted to do, which was to build a $500 million real estate portfolio and do it with none of my own money. Think about what I said. I built a $500 million real estate portfolio with none of my own money. All right. How many people have goals of a $50 million real estate portfolio? 10 million, 5 million. Put your millions of numbers in the chat of what you're thinking about putting in there of what your goals are for 2025. What do we get? What?
Zach said 3 billion.
3 billion? Zach who?
Alexander.
Zach Alexander, my guy, welcome to the show. Zach, 3 billion in 2025? I love you already. I love talking to you, but I love you even more right now. So let's dive in. 3 billion, I love it. Wherever you are in real estate, set your goal right now. It's your goal making. Take a piece of paper and then copy it into the chat. But take a piece of paper. Are you going to add $1 million of real estate to your portfolio, 2.5, 5 million, 10 million, 50 million, or are you going to be Zach with 3 billion? What's your number right now? Do it. Write it down and then put it in the chat. I just want to see everyone's numbers. Good. What's the number? What's the lowest number?
The lowest is $1 million by Larry Holloway.
Good. Larry, my man, 1 million. We're going to get you done 2025. You're going to add $1 million of real estate to your portfolio. I love it, Larry. You're going to get there too. All right. So let's jump in here a little bit, okay? So the presentation overview is going to discuss your strategy, your system, and your team. You notice the key word here, right? Does everyone notice the key word here? It's not Scott's system. It's not Denver's system. It's your system. Your system can mirror my system, and my system can also mirror your system, but it's yours. You have to take the pride of ownership that you are going to be the driver of this bus. Did we lose the video? Because now we're on to Peter. Hold on. There we are. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So it's your strategy, it's your system, your team. How many people are independent real estate investors, investing by themselves? Husband, wife, individual, no partners, just you on your own. How many people are on your own? Okay, and how many people have a team? More mouths to feed. How many people got mouths to feed? Okay. Wherever you are, more doesn't mean better, less doesn't mean worse, and vice versa. This is your roadmap. The best part about real estate, the greatest part about real estate, the amazing part about real estate is it's your journey. You describe what works for you. If you like to pay X amount of dollars for units and earn X amount of return, you can do that. Real estate has the ultimate flexibility to make it yours, and it's your system. I'm going to just show you how I did it. I'm going to talk about my system a little bit. I'm going to talk about your strategy a little bit, and we're going to get into some great discussions. As a point of discussion, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please raise them in the chat. We are working on an additional live YouTube live where we're going to be taking your deal, evaluating it, and discussing any challenges you're having. Would that be beneficial to anybody in the room where we would go through a deal? You could submit it prior or during the chat, and we'll be talking about it. We'll be talking about anything related to real estate. Your 1 to 4 family fix and flip, your 18-unit acquisition, your credit, your banking, your request for financing. Well, I'll be sharing all my tricks with you. Is this something that's going to benefit you? Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to invest my time, and it's free. I'm not going to ask you for anything. You don't have to pay $1. That's going to help you? Great. Coming soon. We will be, if you haven't subscribed already to our YouTube live or our YouTube channel, it's at Hard Money Co. We'll put it in the chat, and you can just join in, and then once you subscribe, you'll see when we're going live. So let's jump in here. Build your toolbox. Okay, this is where I find most investors get confused, right? How many people are just opportunistic people? I'll do anything, right? I'll do anything to make money. Money equals anything. How many people have this theory right now? Money, I'll do anything, right? To me, you need to define your toolbox. Build it, create your foundation, know what you're good at and what you're bad at. Does everyone know their skill set? Does everyone know their weaknesses? My weakness is I'm not that detail oriented. So when I go to do stuff, I make sure my team, I bring on my team are the detail oriented people that are part of my team, because that is my weakness. What is your weakness? Put it in the chat. Let's start writing these down. We're gonna have a real life Real therapy session real quickly. What is your weakness? Are you not, do you have confidence issues? Are you not detail oriented? Do you have communication problems? What is your weakness? Put it in the chat right now. Let's see them. You can think about it. Throw it in the chat. This is how we're going to grow.
Lewis says getting funding sources for deals.
Getting funding sources for deals is a weakness. Okay, Lewis?
Zach says convincing Scott to take an extra $4 million in revenue.
Not interested in the 4 million, Zach. You keep it. I want you to make all the money. So let's go to the foundation. Building your essential tools such as a clear strategy. What is your strategy today? How many people know their strategy? Because here's what I see all of the time from all of our investors. I'm a wholesaler, fix and flipper, buy and rent, buy and hold, buy and rent, buy and flip, do all this. This is what I am. I'm like, wait a second. You're 100 things. How many people know their strategy? When I started in 2003, my strategy was fix and flip. I had no money. But as I started progressing, the evolution, right, the goalpost of who I am matured. I became a maturing process of where I went. I went from here, I had nothing. I needed money. So I had to flip something and sell something to make money. Everyone understand that? Then I went from, hey, I need to do that. Now I've made enough money. Now I need to start building cash flow. And I shifted into a rental portfolio over a period of about 9 years. What is your clear strategy? Your clear strategy is what it is today. Let's define what your clear strategy is today. Create your basic system for it, right? Be able to navigate. And then the most important thing for me was scaling. I didn't want to own 10 units. When I bought my first duplex, okay, I bought my first duplex, 4577 North 37th Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on the corner of 37th and Glendale. I bought my first duplex. I bought it in 2005. After I flipped houses for 2 years, I bought it in 2005. Okay? I then said, this was amazing. I'm going to do this and keep growing. And I went from a duplex to a 4-family, to an 8-family, 4331 North 27th Street, to a 32-unit, 5045 North Hopkins. And then in January of 2010, I bought 420 units in the same month. Scale, scale, scale. Lewis, I was finding my financing sources during that entire 9-year run. Okay? So when you're in real estate, how many people are committed to real estate for today? How many people are committed to real estate forever? Me. If you're in it for the day, you'll be out of it tomorrow. As soon as you get punched in the face, what did Tyson say? Everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. As soon as you get punched in the face, you're out. I was punched in my face probably 30 times. I had fix and flips. The reason that I owned this duplex was because I got punched in the face. How did I get punched in the face buying a duplex? Anyone have an idea? I bought it with the intent of what? Right, I couldn't sell it. Oh crap moment, right? Oh crap. I buy a duplex, I own it, I bought it right, I tried to sell it and I couldn't sell it. Guess what I am now? A landlord. My strategy just changed. So I was adapting to my challenge that happened, and now my strategy just changed. So strategy, let's talk about it. Define goals. What are your goals? Does everyone understand what their goals are? You want to do X number of transactions. When you call them transactions, I call these fix and flips. How many of people want to do 5 fix and flips this year? How many want to do 10? What is your defined goals? I want to buy or add. If you own 0, you want to buy. If you already own some, you want to add. How many units do people want to add? 10, 20, 50. Besides Bill Gates, or what's his name, Warren Buffett, Zach, how many people want to add 10 units to their portfolio in 2025? Is that a real number for anybody?
Michael Knight says he wants to do 5 a month.
5 fix and flips a month. Who said that?
Michael Knight.
Michael, my guy, nice work. 5 a month is attainable if you're giving it, how many hours do you anticipate you spend in the month to do 5 fix and flips a month? A lot. More than most, right? More than anybody else in the world, Michael is going to do more hours fix and flipping 5 houses a month. And if Michael comes up short 4, is Michael going to be satisfied, or is he going to go the next month and work harder and more effort to do 6 to make up for the previous month? My guess, Michael is going to go do 6 the following month. So define your goals. Where are they? Write them down right now. Write them down, because if you don't write them down, the chances of your success is lower. That's a proven fact. Evaluate your metrics. What are your metrics? So when you're buying something for a hold strategy, you can use cap rate. I will only buy a 8+ cap rate, 8+% cap rate, right? So I'm right now in the strategy, just so you understand, my defined metric for 2025 is I want to add 2 million square feet of industrial to my portfolio. Here's my defined metric, 2 million with an 8.5 cap rate or above, with, here's the key to it, below market rents. And that below market rent number should be at least 20% below market. That's my map for you. What is your roadmap today? How much are you looking to make on each fix and flip, Michael? You want to make 10 grand, 50 grand, 100,000? Are you looking to make 15 on one and 20 on another? What's your average per fix and flip you're looking to make? 80K. My guy Michael's looking to make 400,000 a month. Congratulations. If you do that for 10 months, or if you do that for 12 months, you got $480,000. Excuse me, $4.8 million. Congratulations. Now, Michael, I'm assuming everybody doesn't have a roadmap. I have a roadmap. My roadmap is defined. I know my buy box because I know my metrics, right? I told you these. Do you know yours? And my roadmap is I am out there talking to everybody that'll talk to me that could potentially help me get to my goal of 2 million square feet. Okay? So who am I talking to? Brokers, sale, leaseback users, owners, anybody that will talk to me, I'm talking to them. What is your roadmap? And here's the biggest thing you have to remember. When you want to scale, you draft a plan you can stick with. Because here's what happens. I put something under contract. For example, I had under contract 900,000 square feet of industrial in somewhere in the middle of the United States. That's a true story. And after my due diligence, I walked away from the deal. And instead of going home and crying, taking my toys out of the sandbox and going home, I came back to the office the next day and put another 196,000 square feet under contract. I'm diligently working to master my plan for 2025, my roadmap, my metrics, my defined goals. Every day will not be a good day. Do we all agree with that? Anyone had a bad day yesterday? Anyone have a great day yesterday? Anyone ready for a bad day sometime in January? It's going to happen. And 90% of people get derailed and get lost in their plan, and then a new plan pops up. How many people have had more than one plan in 2024? Anybody? Anyone have 2 plans in 2024, or 5 or 50? Okay. Okay, the defined buy box. So what is your defined buy box? Let's talk about your defined buy box. Okay, we talked about mine a little bit. Here's this. I'm also fixing and flipping homes in suburban markets. I have 3 going right now. I'm also looking for value add multifamily where I can increase rents through property improvements and expense reduction. These are mine. You want to copy these? Do it right now. Copy them. Compete. Go get it. This is my buy box. Everybody in my company knows my buy box. Does everybody know your buy box? Do you know your buy box? Here's what I would recommend you do. Copy this, so screenshot it or send it to yourself. Write down your buy box. Buy box, and then write yours down right now. Today is whatever day, 13, or today's the 14th?
Yep.
Okay? Anybody want to send me their buy box? I'd love to see your buy box. Scott@fstreet.com. Send me your buy box. But I want to know your buy box. But this is my buy box. Scott's buy box. Remember, before I even flipped to this, I already told you what mine were. Rents are 20% below market. Leases are mature and rents are below. Boom. All right, key metrics. Does everyone understand what the key metrics are? When we're flipping homes, we want to know what the ARV is. We want to buy low, sell high. Who agrees with that? What is our ROI? What is our return on our investment? And then we always evaluate the cash on cash return. What is your cash on cash return? If I put in $100,000, how much am I getting back in cash? And if you're Michael and you do a flip and you put in 100 grand and you get back $80,000, you got 180,000 or 1.8 equity multiplier and a very high 80% cash on cash return. Okay? So does everyone understand these three statements? Everyone know what ARV is? Right? So this is the after repaired value. When you're looking at a property, you're looking to fix and flip or even burst strategy, you want the ARV to be as high as possible. And you want to buy this for what? That's really bad spelling. Okay? High as possible. And you want to buy low. Everyone get it? Makes sense, right? It's super simple, but how many people are actually processing that? You're going to buy a property. If you can trade out $5,000 and you earn $5,000 more on $100,000, you earn an extra 5% cash on cash return. Okay. Are there any questions? Okay, great. So how many people in 2024 wanted to be involved in real estate and stumbled a little bit? Anybody have a couple stumbles, trips and falls, got punched in the face one too many times? Tell me what your stumble was. What was the biggest challenge you experienced in 2024? Type it in there. Let's see what they were. What do we got, Denver? Dean says, so let's go through that. Competition, Dean. Okay.
Anna said getting people to do the work.
Ah, Anna, labor.
Jennifer said funding.
Funding. It's a good one, Michael.
Not 3 billion, Michael. Other Michael.
No, the 3 billion was Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Refinancing, labor, competition, funding.
Jonathan says decline for funding. He had some personal debt, so he got denied funding.
Spending too much. Personal debt equals denial. Okay? Okay. So all of these are real life problems. Let me explain this to you. In 2003 through 2025, I experience everything that's on there except personal debt. I've got more competition today in real estate than that's ever happened. There are more people invested in real estate today than ever before. Anna, labor is terrible right now. It's hard to get anyone to do anything. And most of the people that are out there are charging either too much money or they don't show up. I agree with that. Funding, Jennifer, funding is a problem. Lenders have shut their doors. Interest rates on the long term have gone the wrong direction. We're at almost 8% on the 10-year long term. And refinancing, Michael, has been a bear. If we underwrote transactions at a 4 and 5 cap rate, they're now coming back at 6 and 7. That's taking value out of our properties. All of this are real problems. And what did most people then do? Of the people that experienced these in 2024, what happened? The only shakeout that happened that is beneficial, Dean, is competition. Some of it has gone away, right? How many people quit? Anybody quit? Anybody here but quit real estate? Anybody said, I'm fed up with it. I still love real estate. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire, but I quit because I can't keep up. Anybody? I hope not. No one. Good. Okay. So this is real. This right here is life. This is called life. Does everyone remember when interest rates were 3%? I do. Does everyone remember when you could do any deal because it would just work because interest rates were so low? Yep. So the difference is my roadmap, my execution of my plan requires more time. It requires more agility, right? I've got to be nimble, right? Every day is a problem. For example, I'm refinancing a 199 unit apartment complex right now. And I don't know what to do. I have to spend $75,000 on third-party reports, which is appraisals and MEPs, which is basically a green stamp for HUD. But I don't know if I'm going to use them. But yesterday we agreed to spend the $75,000 for an opportunity that in, who knows, June, July, August, September, I might execute on the closing. So I am being agile to that process. And yes, it's a simple answer. Scott, well, I don't have the $80,000 to spend on it. Either did I, but I made the hard choice to do it. I sacrificed my decision from anything else so that in 8 months, I will be there. My roadmap is what? Long. My time horizon is long. Who else is invested in real estate for the long haul? Me. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Nobody should be here if you think you're going to get rich quick. How many people want to get rich slowly? Anybody want to get rich slowly? Yeah. How many people want to get rich slowly? Just one? Everybody wants to get rich slowly. That's how you have to be thinking about what we're about to do for the execution of the roadmap. If Michael says he wants to flip 4 or 5 houses a month and it doesn't happen in January and February, is Michael going to go home and cry? No. Is Michael going to stop investing? No. He's going to pick up the pieces and keep maybe going. He's going to reevaluate his plan. It might be now 3 for the year and figure it out in 26. For me, you need to have an acquisition plan that fits your buy box and your ability to say no if it doesn't fit your buy box. Saying yes will get you punched in the face. If it doesn't fit your buy box, you're going to be on a roadmap that's going to get you punched in the face. Don't ask for the punching. The renovation timeline. This is one of the most critical things you have to be aligned with. I am experiencing this right now, and it's incredibly frustrating. I had a timeline that work was going to be done in an efficient fashion, and my projects are all over the board. Anyone else have that problem right now? My projects, who said labor? Anna. My projects are complete messes today because of labor and responsibility. I'm 1 month behind on one, 3 months behind on another, but my mind is still there to say I'm going to make good money on it. Instead of me making 80, Michael, I might make only 60, or on one I'm going to make 100 instead I'm going to make 87 because I got to pay more interest expense because I use OPM for everything, right? Everyone know what this is, right? So I don't use my own money, but I use OPM. So understanding the defined timeline of your renovations. I set goals, and every month I'm doing this, moving the goalpost, moving the goalpost. But what I'm never doing is saying moving the goalpost to the point where I'm never completing the job and I give up. I always make sure that my investors are paid, regardless of my problems. I always pay my mortgage payment. I always do that, despite the aggravation, frustration, and irritation that might come with it. And to do all of that, I'm allowed to scale. How many people want to own 2 million square feet of industrial this year with me? Additional 2 million square feet. What's your number? You want to own 100,000, 50,000, 20,000? Zero. You might not be in the industrial game. That's okay. You might be in the fix and flip. How many people want to add those 10 units? Scale your strategy. Know what you're good at. Develop your plan to reinvest. When you make money, Michael, I hope you're reinvesting it. When you make money, Lewis, I hope you're reinvesting it. When you solve your problem of labor, Anna, I hope you're investing it. Your systems. How many people have a system? How many people are using systems inside of the cloud, whatever those are, to make their real estate business better? Me. What do we got, Denver? Tell me your systems, guys. Type them in there. What is everyone using? What are we using? What are we using for property tools? How are we searching for real estate? How many people are using PropStream? How many are using PropWire? Zillow? GIS?
Dean says Rent Tech Direct for property management.
Say it again, Rent Tech?
Rent Tech Direct.
Okay, property management system, great.
Veronica's using Privy.
Privy? Privy is a new secret out there. Who's using that? Veronica? Veronica, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Privy. I just signed up for Privy last month. I'm using it. I find it to be incredibly fascinating. Its comparison and identification of fix and flip opportunities in markets or below market values. Really good site. Privy is a new site that's not newerish, that's out there that allows you to identify fix and flips opportunities in your market.
Zach is using ChatGPT, Google Suite, PropStream.
All of those. PropStream, ChatGPT, Google Suite. Awesome. Good stuff. So we use all software packages to run all of our businesses. Because what I know is that I can't remember everything in my brain, and our team can't either. But the computer has no emotions or feelings. Right? So property tools, management platforms, organizational tools. Property lookup platforms. Who is using PropWire or PropStream? Me. I use both of them. I pull data from both of them. PropWire, owned by Jerry Norton, phenomenal site, free data. It's free. You don't even have to sign. You don't have to pay anything. PropStream, you pay $99 to get some data, but PropWire's free, guys. I have no money. Who cares? It's free. You can go to Zillow for insights. We also use MLS, and we also create alerts for our buy box. I use this for Crexi, CREXI.com for commercial sites. Well, tell me when a new industrial building comes available in this market. I get an alert along with the other 4,000 emails I get a day. Half of those 4,000 are from Zach. Zach, thanks for your emails. How many people are using management softwares? Someone said Rent. What was the property management software that the gentleman's using? Rent Tech. I've never heard of that one, but we use AppFolio. But there's AppFolio, there's Rent Payment, there's RentPay, there's thousands of softwares. If you're building a business, I strongly encourage you to get your software right. It allows you to get rent paid. When I was in 2005, when I got my first thing, I was collecting rent in cash. God, was I stupid. Now rent is paid online. I'm running a business. My business is to make sure my receivables are paid, my financial statements are right, because I'm building a business. Who cares about if I collect rent in cash and put it in my pocket? My next lender who wants to see all my bank statements with all my deposits. I got 12 units and here's the 12 rents I collected this month. Congratulations, we will finance you. It's a big circle. Financial tool, financial tracking. A lot of these tools like AppFolio already have a built-in financial servicing package, but you can also use QuickBooks, which is a phenomenal tool. I use QuickBooks for almost 15 years to run my business. QuickBooks is amazing. Use it. And each of those softwares, and I don't know about RentTech, but you can allow your tenants to log in, create maintenance requests, and track everything online. This allows you to have zero downtime. How many people have how many people have tenants that can't stop talking? I do. God, he'll talk your ear off. Anyone got that tenant that just doesn't stop talking? If you make your time available to them, they're going to talk all day long. Maybe they're lonely. Maybe it's a cat lady. Maybe it's who knows. If you just have them do everything through your portal, you don't have to waste the time talking to them. Think about that. What will that free up in your day? Organizational tools. How many people, we heard Zach say Google Suites. There's also project management softwares like Monday.com, space. We also have CRM tools. How many people are in Zoho or HubSpot or Google Sheets? Monday.com, it's free. These are all free tools. If you set up your own tracking, you can manage your software, you can manage your real estate 100% efficiently. You can share this with your contractor. You can teach them how to use it, and they'll be on there. But organizational tools, these tools are so critical to the first step that we discussed when we first got here of your roadmap to success. I use HubSpot. HubSpot tells me everything. I know when somebody booked a meeting with me. I know when I texted with them. I know when they called me. I know when I called them. I know when they didn't answer. I know when they open my emails. I know when they don't open my emails. I know everything. It's so powerful. I can see when Denver's talking to somebody. I can see what he said and they can see what I said. And now they've got all these crazy features inside of all of these tools that AI will listen to the conversation and then make your notes for you. Genius. Okay, how many people do we have on this chat right now? 49. How many people of the 49 people here are independent people, one-man shows? Like I was a one-man show. How many people are one-man shows? Instead of answering that, let me just help you. Tell me how many people are on your team. If all 49 people can enter a number, are there 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 10 people, 100 people? How many are on your team? Put the number in there. That's everybody put in a vote. Because just tell me your number. 1 through whatever your number is. What's the bulk?
We got, oh my goodness, a lot of 1s, some 2s.
A lot of 1s and 2s.
Ann says 5, Marcus says 6.
Ann says 5, Marcus says 6.
Zach says 1 to 4.
Okay, so we've got a lot of independent entrepreneurs out here. That was me forever. I was out there doing this myself. I have since moved on and added a team, but by myself, I fed one mouth, this one. I put the money into this pocket. I didn't have to share it with anybody. So thinking about your team, you want to make sure your team is set up for success. This is the first thing, right? You want to have your team also includes people outside of your world. I have a database of people I talk to that are my private lenders that I work with when I do my deals. I have a database of my bankers that refinance my projects. I know a lot about them. They like 1 to 4 families. They want over $100 million in debt. They want 10 million. They can only go up to 12 million. They only go up to 7 million. They can only go up to 15. They only want concentration in the Midwest. They know there's so many data points. I know everything about them because when I send them a deal, I want to not waste their time. Hey, can you finance this $2 million acquisition? The answer is, of course, Scott, I'm happy to. Can you finance a $37 million multifamily project in blah, blah? No, we don't. We only can go up to 7 million. Why are you sending this to me? Get it? Know where your money is. Okay, this is the most important thing. Without the money, there is no deal. Know where your money is. I always am watching where my money is. Okay, I want to make sure that every deal I do, I know exactly where the S and U goes. Does everyone know what an S and U is? Anyone know what it is? Screen's messy. Sources and uses. Where is the money coming from to get to 100%? So this number equals this. And where am I spending it to get to this 100%? So think about what I'm saying here, right? So how does a bank transaction traditionally work? Well, lender is going to provide me with, of this 100%, 70%. Okay? Let's just say. Or if it's a skilled borrower of ours, we'd go up to 90%. Let's just say. So bank, hard money. Okay? So the difference is 20 points. That's the sources. The problem is, what am I missing? Either 30 or 10, right? You always have to get to 100. So what are my other sources? Well, I could use my grandma. My grandma might give me the 10%. I could use Denver. Denver might give me the 10%. I could use my own money coming out of my bank account, right? Bank account. And then the uses. What am I spending with the money, right? So the sources is bank coming in with money of X% and somebody else coming in with the other percent. Hard money lender coming in with percent, someone else coming in the other percent. The uses are acquisition, right? So you got to buy the real estate. And then usually scope of work, right? Statement of work, scope of work, whatever it might be, that get to 100%, right? So you have to mirror. The 100% has to match 100%. You have to spend everything you're going to get so you know what you're going to do with the property. I'm going to finance it with 100% of the dollars, which might be more than the actual cost of the real estate. I'm buying something for $50,000. I'm putting 50 into it, and then it'll be worth 200. That we see all the time. So then you have to realize you need to get a loan for 90% of it, and then you got to put in the 5%, plus the rehab of $50,000, which is also coming from lender or coming from grandma, mother, sister, brother, uncle, to get to 100%. So your scope of your sources and uses, let's just say it's the acquisition it's the rehab, it's insurance, it's taxes, right? Each one of these is a number. That number on the sources side of things need to, these are the uses, and this has to mirror your sources. How are you going to get to the total pie? If the total pie is $500,000, how are you getting to the total pie? Of the 500, 300 might be acquisition, 120 might be repairs, and 80,000 might be cash to close or whatever it might be. You've got to make this all 100%. Does that make sense? Okay, I messed up a little bit here on my writing because I was talking about financing and then we somehow got, what's his name? What's the Packers head coach? LaFleur? Matt LaFleur. He couldn't write a book like this. He couldn't even show up for the game against the Philadelphia Eagles. But, all right, so disregard that. Let's focus on this for a minute, okay? So expert contractors. The old adage always works. Tell me if I'm wrong, but you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. If you're hiring the back of the truck contractor, you're going to get back of the truck contracting work. Expert contractors will make your life easier. Every time I use the dependable, reliable contractors, I come in on budget, most important, and on time. You get what you pay for. And then there's also part of the team, we have an asset manager. Our asset manager manages other managers. Sounds redundant, right? A manager managing a manager. But when you have 1,500 apartments and a couple million square feet, we have different people managing different locations, and our asset manager spends her time managing them, driving NOI, driving returns, answering and solving rental problems, answering and finding solutions, providing ownership's commentary. If you ask my asset manager what I might say about a deal, there it is, we're back.
Scott should be able to hear you now.
Hello? Can everyone hear me again? Sorry about that. We're back. Okay, thank you. Can they see that screen right now?
They got a presentation.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. So anyways, hiring the skilled property managers is going to make your life easier as you're scaling. If you do not have a skilled manager as you're scaling, it should be in your 2025 plan once you get past 10 units, to start working with a manager, okay? So how do you find a good manager? Find someone who has experience. Find a detail-oriented individual. Find somebody who is able to make you better. Does that make sense? All right, financing partner. This is, to me, how I grew my business. I grew my business by being amazing at one thing, financing. I didn't have any skills. Yes, I graduated with a finance degree. Who gives a rat's butt? No one cares. It was hogwash. Okay? My point of telling you that is I became a master in financing. I became a master in financing on the streets of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What I was able to do was build a $500 million portfolio with how much of my own money? How much of Scott's money is in that portfolio? Somebody put it in the chat.
Jennifer says 0. Michael says probably none. Zach says 0.
0.
0, 0, 0.
Everyone type in 0. Everybody put in 0. $0. Everybody put that in there. Put in 0. Just type in 0. I did this with $0 of Scott's money. 0. I did not put in $1, and I have a $500 million portfolio. I'm growing it. I will be at $1 billion before I stop. And I will have 0 of my money in it. Think about it. So what's the trick? How did you do it, Scott? I used OPM. It didn't matter to me how I got there. I used OPM. Guess what I use today? OPM. When I bring a deal to the market, I syndicate it. I'm oversubscribed usually in 1 to 2 weeks. And of that deal, I get to retain 35 to 55% ownership in the deal, and I have 0 of my money in the deal. I don't have a special cape on. I don't have a wand. I got this thing, pencil. Understand that OPM, the power is amazing. You have to be nimble, swift, and execute on the business plan. My business plan was to buy a property, always. It's so simple. Here's my plan. Buy a property, buy, improve, refinance, pay back my investors. 100% plus the return. Plus return. It didn't matter. I was paying 10, 12, 15%. It didn't matter. Can they hear? Are we back, guys? Everyone can hear me? Okay, so I figured out how to buy, improve, refinance, and return all my money to my investors. I did this with a 4-family. I did this with an 8-family. I did it with a 32-unit. I did it with when I bought 420 units in January of 2010. I did it with all of their money, and I returned every dollar to them. So they have no money invested. I have no money invested. We have 100% debt at a sustainable rate where they're cash flowing. I'm about to sell a deal, which I'm going to tell you guys in our next webinar, and make the largest single profit I've ever made on a transaction. And I can tell you this, when I cue you in on it, we will have made, how much do you think we're going to make on it? My largest single sale, my largest single transaction, how much do you think we're going to make? How much do you think I'm going to make? The largest amount.
Zach says 150 million.
Zach, come on, man. I mean, that would be amazing.
Courtney says 1 million.
Courtney said 1 million.
Ezekiel says 12.
Here's the deal. I bought it for 17 million 2 years ago. I'm selling it for how much? Somebody tell me. I'm sorry I'm up in your grill, but I want to see this answer.
So, okay, so Lewis says 28, Anna says 27, Dean says 34, Keith says 45, Zach says at least 45, Anna says 32.
Okay, stay tuned, guys. You guys are all within the wheelhouse. It'll be my largest transaction in 2 years I've ever had happen, It's about to close. I'm going to give you all the details because it is a doozy and you're going to love it. And oh, by the way, I have no money in. None. Okay. Hard money. We all talk about it. I'm a hard money lender. I want to support everybody. I want you guys to make your money. We're a defined partner. Think about hard money as a defined partner. You can take a pro forma, know how much you borrowed, know how much you're going to pay every single month, and know what it's going to cost you to borrow money. Amazing.
They're mad at you because you left them on a cliffhanger.
Oh, don't be so sad. Who's upset?
Dean,
Jennifer. I'm going to tell you, but I can't tell you today because I want to get the deal closed, and then I'm going to tell you all about it by showing you the check. Here it is. Proof is in the pudding. All right. Lender network. Build relationships with lenders that specialize in what you do. How many people invest time taking your lender out to lunch or to coffee or to dinner or to anywhere? If you're not doing that, please do that. Write it as your goal. 2025 goal, 2025 goal, take lender to lunch. Once a month equals 12 lunches, 12 lenders. Take them to lunch. If you can't figure out how to get them to lunch, call Zach, because Zach knows how to now get into my calendar, and he's there all the time, and I appreciate that, Zach. We're going to do business together. But you need to take your lenders out to lunch. I talk to my lenders, I text with my lenders, I encourage my lenders, I'm positive with my lenders, I always pay my lenders, I'm dependable to my lenders. I have a relationship with my lenders that go 20 years. Build it today. And then here's the part that I also figured out. I need partners, but I don't really want them in my life, right? How many people want partners but don't really want partners? Me. I want partners, but I don't want partners. I want partners, and I really don't want partners. How many people want partners? Me, no, I don't know. I don't want partners, but I have equity partners that trust Scott is going to take their money that I use for the down payment. Remember, I have debt plus equity gets me my sources and uses. I need this equity. I raised $66 million last year. I need their equity. So figuring out these equity partners, I'm out talking to these people, networking, having dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm working 24/7 for my equity investors. Are you? How many people are going to tell me, well, Scott, I can't find them? Bull. You're looking in the wrong place. They're out there. I don't know where to look. Figure it out. How do you figure it out? Spend time at the coffee shop. Spend time at the networking RIA groups. Be an advocate for yourself. I need people. How many people know one person that they think is rich? Call that person. My friend Johnny, he's rich. Call him. How many people know the rich person but haven't called the rich person? Everybody. All right. Contractors, worst part of the business. You need to align yourself with partners and contractors that are experienced in flipping houses. How do you find them is a challenge every day. I used to find them at Home Depot. Those days have kind of changed. You want to find specialty vendors. Sometimes you're going to have to do it yourself. I'm going to have to hire the drywaller myself. I'm going to hire the plumber. I'm going to hire the electrician. I'm going to hire the roofer. Do it yourself. Oh, but that requires so much work. I'm sorry. Go work. Finding the people that are professional require you to also act with professionalism and integrity. You get what you put in. If you're going to be professional, they're going to be professional to you. In the worst, darkest day of your life, be professional. Have the integrity you set forth. Property managers. This is one of the hardest jobs in the world. They are dealing with your tenants, but you have to understand that when you deal with your tenants, you want to make sure they have the ability to properly screen. They need to understand and have all of the resources here. All of your problems start here. It's like I tell everybody, I make all of my money when I buy something. I don't realize the money till the end. It's the same thing with a tenant. You have all of your problems start at the beginning. If you don't screen them, you've got a problem. If you take the easy money, well, oh, Scott, you know, I got $5,000 and I'm going to move in tomorrow. Holy crap, I used to do that. You know what happens? They are the worst nightmares in the world when you run their background check from them 3 months later that are already living in your house. They already got 3 evictions. We have a policy. 3x income, no evictions, 5 years. We do not deviate from that ever. If they get to 2.8 income, do we take them as a tenant? No. If they have an eviction from 4 years ago, do we take them? No. Set your boundaries and abide by them. Well, they have the money and the property's been vacant. Who cares? You're gonna buy yourself a problem. And then managing, obviously the maintenance is obviously part of the job. Be a good landlord. If you're a good landlord, you're gonna have a good tenant. And then revenue optimization. This is called NOI creation. If you can create and drive NOI, NOI goes up. What else goes up? Value. Value of a property. All right. Your real estate toolbox. Strengthen your foundation, expand your toolbox, stay prepared for growth. If you guys can do that, 2025 is going to be on fire. You're going to get kicked. Remember when you get punched in the face, you're hearing from me right now, get your ass back up. All right? I get kicked in the face, punched in the face every single week. And if I said I quit, which would never be in my DNA or my personality, I would have been already doing something else. But my passion and love for real estate is so amazing. I know that every single month I can create more generational wealth and cash flow for me. I always say MFM. Everyone know what that means, right? Anyone? Here it is. Money for me. MFM. How much MFM are you getting this month? All right. If anyone would like to discuss any financing options, certainly visit us at the Hard Money Co. We have a loan application. We specialize in investor financing. Thank you all for being here. We went a little bit over. It's 1:03. I appreciate the opportunity to share your real estate investor toolbox. If there are any questions I didn't get to get over, please put them in the chat. We are going to be doing a YouTube live webinar of answering your problems. I'm going to try to do it often so we can go through your deal flow, your financing. How do I get better credit? What's a request for financing? How do I finance this 4-family? How do I finance an 8-family? How do I finance 24-family? I'm having problems with my foundation. How do I get financing for this? My grandma won't give me any more money. Let's talk, okay? Be on the lookout. Appreciate you being here. YouTube Live is coming. We're going to do an amazing episode live. I want your thoughts, your comments, and we're going to be sitting our butts right here in our studio talking about you, your problems, and your solutions. I want to thank all of you for participating. Without you, these are boring. I'm falling asleep, but today I'm live. I'm feeling great. Without you participating, these won't be as fun. So thank you all from me, Scott, at F Street and the Hard Money Co. I want to thank you guys for being here. Be part of the real estate community. Go get the competition. Add 1, 5, 10, 20 units. Add 1 million square feet. Flip those houses, Michael. Do everything you say you're going to do. And don't forget, when you get punched in the face, get your ass back up. Thank you for being here.